Hey, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are as you're watching this, where I'm recording this, whatever the case may be. This is your boy, Turgon, the wise guy, coming at you with a new video today. And holy shit, look at this map. Look at how many glorious pins we see here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. Can't click on it. There, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 pins. Holy smokes. So much action across all of Middle Earth. And in this video today, I'm going to give you a quick update on the state of the server. And most of what I want to do is show off my reports. And that's a joke. I mean, I want to share some of my reports and talk through some of them with you because I have some doozies that are real fun. And I also have some ones where I got completely smashed. You know, that's the nature of the game. You win some, you lose some, right? Um, I don't like to brag, but I think it's fun and it's good to disseminate knowledge across the community, different ways to look at different reports, and I don't know. I feel like I'm rocking on all cylinders right now with a variety of commanders. But this is the map. You can see Frodo down here. He's working his way towards Mount Doom. He will land somewhere around Mount Doom in 26 hours. I think that will be the end of the ring when he reaches the end of um, this trip, which would mean 12 noon on Friday, tomorrow, U.S. East Coast time. That would be 1600 UTC. The ring will be destroyed. Woo! Congratulations to all my good side allies, and also my sincerest respect to the incredible fight that Evil has put up this season. It's been a hell of a season. A lot of action from start to end. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of work, and I hope everyone has been enjoying it as much as I have. Now, to get into the fun stuff, battle reports. Ouch. Smoking. Smoking. I'm loving the all melee Isildur build. It's really good versus these gore bags and Sunins. Just I mean, really balanced damage there between all three of the units. I mean, obviously, you're going to get more output from the unit that you have the most of, and also the Dunedain of these three units, I would say, are the strongest attackers of the three units. Um, let's take a look at this gore bag. It's not a terrible gore bag. I mean, none of the equipment is max upgrade, which is a liability. In case no one knows this, you should always prioritize upgrading your equipment over refining it. Refining it is going to increase the value of your trait here, which is good, but you have to upgrade it in order to refine it. If he had another point here, then the base stats would be higher, and the base stats are more important, in my opinion, than the trait. Yeah, that's not gonna. Yeah, yeah. Bane of Dwarves. So, yep, cool. Not a bad gore bag though, but absolutely torched. And then I smoked this Sauron here, this level 50 Sauron with pretty decent gear. Oh, he's got shock. You want tranquility on that, but I have a shock helmet too. But I don't use it on a PvP com because it's not that good. 10% chance to inflict stun on the first round. But the base stats are phenomenal, especially for evil men and focus and army defense. That's really good for Sauron. Um, I am not honestly sure why this Sauron did so bad, because I'm running Champion of the Light on my Gil-galad, and I'm not running any sort of resistance. I'm using Fortitude of Elves, not Resilience or Resistance. Maybe I blew him up. Maybe with my Hysteria. Let's go back to the report and see one more time here. We got 78,000 plus 56,000, so that would be 184 plus 50. That is 134,000 damage, and I received. Okay, so about 8,000 damage he inflicted upon himself, and my soldier damage was just. Oh, okay. Maybe it's because of all the melee. Let me just take a look here. Yeah, okay. So I guess what happened here, and I mean, I can look in the battle report itself, but my best guess is the archers blew up a couple of his units early in the match, and then when one unit was left, the keepers went ham. That's my best guess. And you can tease that out through the reports here. Um, so let's just take a look here. I mean, you can read through all this, and it's helpful. Fallen affected by madness right there in the first round. Fallen attacks. He hits his own halberdiers, and then the halberdiers counterattack. So he loses a net of 83 units from the madness, and that's damage that is not coming my way, which is great. Dragoons attack. I had avoidance from Kingly Kin. He misses. I take no damage, and then I counterattack and kill 20 of his units. He heals the dragoons. He recovers 16 of them. He recovers 14 of the fallen. He recovers 37 of the halberdiers from I think that's from the pipe, his purple pipe. Sauron attacks. He mitigates 7.9% of the damage from White Council. So that's interesting because my White Council, I think it's supposed to be 5%, but I'm guessing it adds another 2.9% from my focus because that is something that is affected by focus. So I only suffered 1,100 physical damage, which is not bad. Okay. Keeper was granted follow-up. Keeper 9,000 damage to the halberdiers. It's not a big nuke or anything. Kingly Kin, blah 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 blah. And then he counterattacks and he loses 36 units. It's not bad. Enchanted weapons, another 5,000 damage. So the 5,700 plus the 9,800, that is 15,500 total damage to the halberdiers. And he went from about 3,400 to 3,000 just from that one attack. And then the keeper attacks again, and another 89 and 51, so that's 14,000 damage. So that's pretty good actually. I killed about 800 total units, 700 units from just the keepers. That's not bad at all. And then the sentinels. I don't get dual blows in the first round, but 13,000 damage is pretty solid. Heralds were stunned and could not act. Oh, okay. How did that happen? Did I miss that in the report somewhere? Ah, Sauron's shock inflicted on Herald. Okay, I missed that. That 10%, that made a difference. How about that? I mean, fortunately, it was for me. It was on the Heralds, which is the least powerful of my three units there. No shock. Gil-galad attacks, 17 units, not bad. Keeper avoids all attacks. Herald suffered a little bit of damage. Counterattacks almost did as much damage in the counterattack as what they did to me. Looks like all of these avoided this Trembling Strike. Sauron attacks. Boy, Kingly Kin is really hooking me up this battle so far. Yeah, another 12,000 damage. So I'm just chipping at these fallen, but their damaging is getting higher from taking the hits. Keeper attacks another. What do we got? Another 12,000 damage. So not bad. Dual blows did not affect Sentinel. Smash the halberdiers. 16,000 damage. Um, Not bad. But they took it. There's still plenty left. Icicle. Yeah, so I'm not seeing what I was expecting to see in this report. I'm not going to go through the whole report in the interest of time, but this is a great report for a 44 versus a 50. Um, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with this report as well. My Gimli is finally starting to come online with the Balin's axe, melee vigor, 12% damage mitigation to my melee, and I've got HP out the wazoo from the Ent Soup, Entdraut Calabash. We call it Ent Soup. So if I start referring to Ent Soup, you know what I'm talking about. One more level, and then I can get another in break defenses. So I'm excited about that. That's coming up. That's probably going to be after reset tonight. So hope you're looking forward to that, my evil friends. And this Grima just got smashed. 270,000 commander damage. Num 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 num. Nice. I love it. This is Gimli is like my third commander, right? So my two mains are Elrond and Isildur. So when I'm seeing reports from Gil-galad and Gimli, my third and fourth commanders that are like this, it makes me extremely happy. This makes me extremely happy as well. The Frodo bomb! Boom! 37,000 damage, all inflicted upon yourself because you're not running Aegis on your Soon End. I'm just kidding. Aegis is a lot of people complain all the time that they've never gotten an Aegis helmet, and I feel for you. I'm very blessed to have two, um, but I'm like a whale. So, but this makes me very happy. I mean, 300 units, and I smashed 436 dead to 170 dead. I don't care about these units, and this Sunan then got smashed by an Isildur behind him. So I think this is fantastic because it took some of the pressure off of that Isildur and made that victory more lopsided, which is what you want. And also, it's just fun. Like no one has seen a Frodo bomb from me yet this season, so now this is another thing you gotta watch out for from me. Okay, let's look at some Elrond reports. Let's see what we got. Not full army, don't care, but perfected. That's that ish. Flawless victory. And then smashed this Yusra. I haven't seen too many Yusras in combat. This is not a bad looking Yusra by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, you really gotta get this max upgraded, but I mean, it's the fifth star. It's not gonna make a profound difference. You also gonna want that for this, but it's so many pieces of gear, especially for uniques. I think it's 10 pieces of gold equipment to max upgrade a unique. It's brutal, and I think it's like 7 or 8 for non-unique gold pieces. And he's got Hysteria here that isn't gonna do beans to me because I have a maxed out Aegis on Elrond, and then the fireworks. And he doesn't have any ranged units in his army, so this +3 attack to ranged goes to waste. The pursuit doesn't make any difference to me because I don't run some sort of an evasion build on him. So a very lopsided victory here. 300,000 damage. And the thing that I love about this report the most is that I'm using T2 units and T3 units, and he's using T3 units and T4 units. So from a cost perspective, this even though the number of dead is 7 times lower for me than it is for him, from a cost perspective, he spent a lot more resources and time conscripting these fallen than I did these marksmen, and that makes this a very very lopsided victory. And then I ran into a Witch King, and this is what happens when Elron runs into Witch King. I've talked with some other people who use Elron who have some success with him, and they run a different build than me. They use a different chest. Instead of going Champion of the Light, they go High Alert. Those are things you can do to mitigate some burn damage, keep your units alive, and potentially compete with some of these Witch Kings. But I'm still honestly not terribly upset about this report because I killed 20 of your chariots, and I like killing chariots. So there's my Elrond, and then I had another draw with Gil-galad. This report is not as sexy as the other one we looked at, but it's still not bad. I took out almost half of his Reapers and more than half of his Cherry, more than half of really all of his units. You can see, 297, 135. But he did a number on me as well. And that's because keepers are squishy. And he got to my sentinels who are also squishy. 23 dead chariots, though. I'm happy with that. So I'll take it. And the extra merit there. This is a pretty solid report for Isildur on Witch King. Actually, it's really not, to tell you the truth, just because it's a 41 versus a 50, and I'm much stronger than him, and he did really well. And this is why. He's got maxed out gear. Now, he's got madness immunity, but I don't run madness on a Isildur, so it don't matter to me. The Shroud probably played a big impact because I'm not running Pursuit on him at the moment. I am running Bane of Orcs, and he doesn't have any orcs in this. He's got Uruk-hai, he's got Evil Men, and he's got Trolls. And then he's got the melee might. This is what you want on your Witch King, absolutely. So, and then the haste of soldiers in this instance was way better than Bane of Dwarves. So good fight here. I was expecting my Isildur to do much better against Witch King, but he didn't. So that's an oops on me. Here's another Frodo bomb, but he, as you can see, he has madness immunity on him. So I did nothing to this Witch King at all. Still a lot of fun though. And then here's a bunch of reports where they're just stealing my farm. Here's a nice report, a nice Gimli, 46 on a 50. Let's take a look at this. Pierce, yep. Hunter's Mark, melee suppression, tactical maneuvers. This is a pretty strong, excuse me, Khaldun. So yeah, a lot more dead for me than him, but that's because of the chariots. It makes things lopsided. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Got some phlegm going on here from my morning coffee. But what I am happy in this report is that I killed 40 of his chariots. Demolished this gore bag. Not a bad gore bag by any stretch of the imagination. This critical care Signet of the Barrows, that makes me horny. I love this ring. I wish I could have it for my guys, but the only guy I could use it on would be Gandalf. And I don't prioritize Gandalf, and I don't have any of these rings. So I love this ring, though. It's a great ring. Discord, yep, that's really strong. And then the maxed out, totally maxed, refined, upgraded, unique, awesome. Except for you ran into my Elrond, who just completely annihilated 300,000 damage. I love my Elrond. He does so much damage. Look at this distribution of damage. 87, 103, 104. So even. So strong. I'm in love with this commander right now, which is crazy. And I know I've said this probably like every video, the last like 5 videos, but like a couple seasons ago, I didn't have any interest in Elrond whatsoever. And ever since last season, I've been using him quite a bit. Here's an Isildur on a Khaldun, the same Khaldun as this where did that other Khaldun go? Where did it go? Well, I think I ran it. Oh, yep, this is the Khaldun. So it's interesting. My Gimli is better against this Khaldun than my level 50 Isildur, and that's because, in my opinion, Khaldun counters the melee Isildur. Now, if I was running ranged Isildur, I would do way better, but I run Isildur to counter Sunand, not Khaldun. I run Isildur to counter Khaldun, not counter Sunand, not Khaldun. I just want to make sure I said that right. I don't know. I'm not thinking right. Maybe I drank too much coffee this morning. But anyway, um, there's a damage distribution there, and I killed 22 of his chariots. So considering everything all said and done, I'm actually not terribly unhappy about that report. Usually, when my Isildur smacks into a Khaldun, I get effed pretty hard. Now, this is a Frodo bomb that hit a Sunand with Madness immunity, so it did nothing, and I got shredded, and they lost nothing. So, kudos. That is a properly built Sunand. Oh, there's Gimli smashing, Markoth's, Malkoth, the invincible. Not so invincible against my Gimli here. 282,000 commander damage. I can't wait to get this unique refined to its 3rd star because that damage is going to go up even more. It's going to be glorious. And it's coming soon, like within the next few days. See if I can find. I'm looking for a very specific report. Here's another Grima that just got completely annihilated. My Elrond counters Grima in every single way because of the Aegis, the Madness immunity, and I run the carved dragon tooth necklace accessory on him with the tactical mark with pursuit. So all the things that make Grima tanky and tough get thrown down the toilet when facing me. Let's see here. Anything good here? No. No. Smoked by this shadow. Kudos to the shadow. That's a tough shadow. That's because of the warlords here. Since I'm running, a melee ranged combo. So if you look at the warlord damage, it's not as high as I thought it was. Oh, okay. This is all tanking, and the damage is all coming from Shadow himself. Damn. Let's look at the gear on this guy. That's what. Oh, the cleave axe. Why is he able to use this weapon? I guess it's fair. It's balanced. This is balanced. Then he's got this unique. All allied units except trolls next damage received negative 18%. That's pretty solid. When each round begins and allied trolls are present, all allied units except trolls receive 18% less damage. That's really solid. Damn. Fortitude soldiers totally maxed out. This is a well-built shadow. This is one of the better shadows I've seen. I don't see too many good shadows. So kudos to you, whatever your name is. I can't read those symbols. Is that Thai? I'm not sure what language that is, but really nice shadow, dude. Kudos. Let's see. Let's keep going. Let's keep finding some more. I'm looking for a specific report. I'm looking for a specific report, and I'm going to end on that report because it's my favorite report of the whole season, and I love it. Here is Elrond smashing a Khaldun. My Elrond counters Khaldun unless the Khaldun has a Frenzy Hammer. My Elrond easily handles most Khalduns except for the ones with the Frenzy Hammer, and I know who has Frenzy Hammers because of it. Betch King. Shout out to Betch King. Absolutely top-notch player for MORG. Really strong roster, really strong player. This is a really great report, even though it looks like I got my ass handed to me, and I'm going to tell you why. 1,600 dead T2 knights compared to 1,600 dead T3 units for him. A level 48 commander versus a level 39 commander. I lost this battle, but in terms of the resources spent, I won. Because I killed a whole bunch of T3 units and he killed a bunch of T2 units that I don't care about. If I cared about him, I wouldn't have let this battle happen. I would have hit him. I wouldn't have let this hit. I wanted to test and see how good my Aragorn would be against it, And that was the answer. Sometimes you have to be willing to lose to learn. There's some mobs I was fighting at the same time because I sweep while I'm PvPing. This score bag got smashed, but he's not full, so who cares? This Mouth of Sauron got smashed, and it's glorious. Let's look at this mouth. Not a bad mouth. Rend, Melee Vigor, Hysteria, Sustain. 270,000 commander damage. I thought Mouth of Sauron had some sort of ability that reduces the amount of damage that the enemy commander deals. Maybe he just didn't level that title. Huh. He went for madness with the enfeeble. Interesting. Well, at any rate, I smoked this guy's Sauron, Mouth of Sauron, so that made me happy. Let's see here. Then I attacked a crossing, smoked the Witch King. This Witch King hurt this Gorbag pretty bad with my not full army. Was happy with this. Not a bad Gorbag here. A lot of Gorbags they run. But the thing is, Gorbag synergizes with Orcs. You have to run Orcs basically with Gorbag, and I run Bane of Orcs with my Isildur. So it works out really well. And let's see here. Not full, don't care. Smoked this guy's Khaldun. Tactical maneuvers? No, barrier. Oh. Bane of Dwarves, meh. Manipulate, pretty good. Smite? Hmm. Interesting. This is an interesting Khaldun build. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with this report. I mean, 4,000 dead to 1,188 dead, 291,000 damage to a Khaldun. Does he not have points in? He's got all this damage mitigation stuff here. That's interesting. Only 1 point in hunt down, dude. I don't know. You could put 6 in experienced warrior, and then put 3 in hunt down, and then your army damage will be more significant, and you only lose a little bit of commander damage, and you're not doing a lot of commander damage, at least in this battle anyway. So I don't know. Just some thoughts and suggestions there. Sweeping, sweeping, sweeping. And hold on. Okay. This is the report that I'm going to end on tonight. Feast your eyes upon, my friends, the anti-Witch King Aragorn 2 Night build. Oh, I try to have one of these reports every season I'm fighting evil, and whenever I get one, it just makes my heart so happy. Thank you so much, Yevgeny. Yevgeny? UA? 10 level disparity. Absolutely smoked the guy. 206,000 commander damage from a level 39 Aragorn. 2 is really strong, and I just carved through this guy like a warm knife through butter. He was left with 32 units, and I definitely got a DM after this battle. Um, is the Witch King top notch? No. Who puts Smite on Witch King? I guess that's all you have. You need the melee might, I think it is. Melee vigor, that's what you want. 50% of to gain stun immunity. Well, I don't stun anyway, so that doesn't do anything for you. Bane of Dwarves, not running Dwarves with Knights. But this is the Knight build, folks. This is what you want. It's an all-purple A2, and you can get results like this with a 10-level disparity. It's not all about having all gold items and Aegis all the time. You can, if you gear and skill your commanders right, they do purely counter specific things, and this is an example of one. You got Flay on the battle axe, a bunch of might that increases his damage, fire protection 60% on top of this 60%. That's 120% That's more than you need. I'm actually hitting diminished returns with this because you can't mitigate more than 90% of burn damage. But I don't care. I do it anyway. And then the Bane of Orcs. Did he have orcs? No, no orcs here. Snagathrak is considered Urukai. These guys are Urukai, and that's obviously a troll. But this report, I just have to chronicleize this because I try to do this. Like, I think I've gotten one of these reports at least pretty much every season since season 4, except, of course, the season that I played as evil. That doesn't count. But every season, I try. I think I've gotten one of these ever since I started running Aragorn 2 Night Build, and it's just devastating from a resource perspective because it's 3,100 T2 units smashing, thousands of T3 and T4 units. So just, and it deals a psychological blow too. When you get smoked by a handful of T2 units like that, and your commander is 10 levels higher, um, if I was this guy, I would be like, what the fuck? So, that's all I have for today's video. Leave me a like, give me a subscribe. If you have any comments, feedback, questions, anything, leave it in the comments below. Shoot me a message in Gamer on Discord. I hope everyone's having a fun season. I'm having a fun season. It's been a phenomenal season. And I'm just going to go real quick. I've got 2.4 million merit today. And today is, let's see, where are we now? We started the season, I think, on the 23rd. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're about to complete our 4th week tonight. We'll be heading into week 5. So it's it's been a great season. It's been an exciting season, and I hope everyone is having as much fun as I have. Um, and I'll talk to you next time. Hope the rest of your day or evening treats you well. Keep fighting out there, my friends, on this glorious server. I love you all, and I hope that, whatever's going on in your life, it's good. Take a deep breath, relax, smile, have some beers, smoke some Mary Jane, whatever you need to do to chill out. Let's try to, the thing I love about this server is the toxicity is not terrible. It's not as bad as many servers that I've been on. Sure, I see some of it. There are some guys on this server that have some really nasty mouths, but it's only a few guys, and by and large, everyone else is playing together nicely and having a lot of fun. So, at any rate, that's enough of me rambling on and on and on. Turgon the Wise Guy signing off. Take care of yourselves. Cheers.